Hey guys, how are you? Mr. Justin is here. We are live again. I'm broadcasting from my home, broadcasting live from my car that I live at a full time, and I love it. I live a simple life. I live life on my terms. I still have to do things I don't want to do because I'm human and you have to survive in this world. One of my viewers says, don't chase the carrot. But there are certain things in life that you're always going to have to do that you don't want to do. But I do believe in life that you try to make your life progressively better by simplifying your life so you can free up more time and more resources to do more things that you want to do. First person on the live checking. Hey, Queen, good to see you. I'm doing all right. How are you? Pack live from the West Coast. Good to see you, Pack. And every night when I go live, you can come in. You can join the channel, leave a live comment. We talk about whatever you want. Divorce, marriage, simplified life, retiring, selling your house, downsizing, or buying a house, all those things. I've done a lot of things. Patience is the key. I'm having some issues with anxiety lately, feeling alone. I can understand that, brother. Queen, I have a walkie-talkie. Well, I used to love a walkie-talkie, Queen, but I don't really want someone on the other end. Like, I don't want to have an RV and, like, my wife in the back and saying, all right, Sam, back it up. And I was like, 10-4, 10-4, I don't want to hear that. When I was in construction, I had a walkie-talkie. It was nice for a while, and then back in the day when we had the Nextel phones, when we were in the street, we would walkie-talkie one another. Now, I'll go live on YouTube, but other than that, I don't want someone to have that much access to me. But I can understand that can make you happy. I don't know how to say the name, but I'll say Elio. Love the van review you did. Thanks from Montreal. Love and respect to Canada, man. We got a lot of great viewers from Canada, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Submarine Vet Boston in the house, man. Thank you, brother, for the super chat, man. Love and respect, man. How you doing today, Submarine Vet, man? What's the weather like up in Boston, man? I heard it's a little chilly down here. It's like only 65 degrees. Now it's almost close to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, Submarine Vet. Good to see you. You know what it is. Love and respect to you, man. And he also said, much what? Okay, love and respect. Lance, hey Sam, you make lots of sense to me. Thanks for amazing insights and sharing your experience. I appreciate that, man. I get a lot of positive comments and I appreciate that. A lot of support. I appreciate that. You know, I just have to be conscious of not trying to outdo myself. You understand what I'm saying? Because in life, you know, you may get on a hitting streak, like you do good, right? And people are feeling you, but you're going to go through down periods too. Like patience is the key, suffering anxiety right now. Like, sometimes everyone loves you. You're the rock star. You're hitting home runs. And you're going to go through a slump too. You know, so I try to take everything with a grain of salt, but I appreciate that comment. And I appreciate everyone who's willing to leave a live comment. Because I have to remember to store up that encouragement in my mind when I want to give up. Or when I get sad. Because like I say, I'm not a robot. I would like to date a robot, but I'm not a robot. I'm a human. So I still have emotions. I still have, you know, I have to constantly exercise self-care, encourage myself, stay around positive people that are encouraging myself. You know, I don't need people in my life feeding into my insecurities or feeding into my anger. That's why I try to keep people around me that are in the same mindset. They have the same world philosophy. Why? Because, you know, that's how I take good care of myself. Thank you, brother. Patience. How are you, pal? Get through it. Yeah, I mean, just put one foot in front of the other. Patience is the key. I don't want to talk down to you. So sometimes, like when someone's doing bad, if you talk to them like a baby, you know, then it's like, you know, they resent you. But I don't mean like, you know, I don't want to minimize though the pain that's out there. I think most people are hurting. I think most people are sad. But at the same time, I don't want to talk down to them like, you know, just throw a bunch of sympathy on them. I want to let them know, and I want to let you know I'm in it with you. I'm living in this world with you, and I feel all those things. We all have a different hand we're dealt, so I don't try to say I know exactly what's in everyone's heart. I can share my experience. People share theirs, and we vibe. But I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Mel, hey Sam, hey, we have moods. Callie in the house. Good to see you, Mel. Good comments last night too. Thank you, brother. Queen's laughing. Good to laugh. Submarine Vet, man. Thank you again, man. I love that turquoise color, man. Thank you, brother. Love to you. Appreciate you, man. Joseph. Nancy says hello, is that wifey? And then he's laughing, and then he gives perfect emoji. Well, good, you tell her then. You make sure, Joseph, make sure Nancy loves me once your house gets a contract on it. And then once you guys start throwing out like some collectibles, and you got like your baby shoes from your daughter, and you got to decide like, you know, Nancy, these baby shoes can't fit in the Class B RV that I'm going to buy. And then you're gonna say, well, Sam said throw everything out. And then she's gonna say, who's Sam? Inspirational? No, man, fuck him. Who's him? He's not living with me. And then so it's a big argument. And the next thing I know, I gotta come to court because Nancy wants to take half of your RV, and I gotta say, look, Joseph didn't do anything wrong. It's a whole big thing. I don't want to do that, brother. I want positivity. I love you. Thank you. Terry, man, thank you, brother, for the super chat, man. Love and respect you, man. Thank you for the supports. And thank you for, last night I know you said real life, just real life, sharing real life and having fun, all those things. But that stuck up my mind today, just sharing my real life and having some fun along doing it. But thank you, brother. Continue on your journey, man. I checked out your page today, man, and some videos you had on there in your playlist and stuff like that. So I checked that out, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, brother. Love and respect to you. Keep pushing forward, man. Keep pushing forward to your dreams, because it does matter. It does matter. Queen, video is short. All right, I'm not mad at you. We're live. We're live, Queen. Hey, Sam. Peace emoji. Peace emoji. We're going to get into the structured topic in a minute. Pack, it's all rain day here today. Yeah, in Cali, it's raining. I saw the RTR, Bob Wells, disaster. Now, love and respect, though. I want to be love and respect anyone who likes to do that. I would not want to be in the desert, period. And then two is I wouldn't want to be there when it's raining. And then Bob Wells trying to still sell it like it's magical. Like, that place looked like a dump. But that's just my opinion. I don't want to judge. I'd rather be in Florida looking at mills. There's a couple hot girls right now in Starbucks. I had to get out of there before I started looking too long. Why? Because I like to keep my head down and get out of there. I don't want to get caught up in a documentary series. Not good. But sun this Friday. There you go. Look forward to the future. Ready to catch some crabs. Oh, I like crabs. And fishing this Saturday. I'm not mad at you, Pack. Enjoy your time with your family and your camper. Make the most of your life, brother. And you don't owe anyone anything. Just live a positive life and keep pushing forward. Submarine vet. Meet up in 2 years. I will be 40 ounce. I'm not mad at you. Now, did I drink 40 ounce back in the day? Yes, St. Oz. Who remembers St. Oz malt liquor? But I did it under peer pressure. I loved the people that I was trying to impress people. Why did I start drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes? It wasn't because I was like some cool kid. I wanted to be cool, so I wanted to impress the older kids so that I could hold my liquor. And that's how you start on a dangerous road in life. That's exactly how you start a road of living not yourself, not being you. And it's not their fault. And when I say that, I know some of them may even watch this, but I love everyone. But what I'm trying to tell you is you start at a very young age going down the wrong path of not defining your life because you're trying. And the first time I smoked cigarettes, I coughed up a lung. The first time I drank a beer, it tastes like crap. You force yourself to be addicted to it. And then you're a 45-year-old man and you can't enjoy your night without having a beer, or maybe even a cigarette. But why? It all started because you forced it on your life. So if you can force yourself to do that, you can force yourself to live your own life, to be healthy and say, look, I don't need alcohol to have a good night. I don't need wine to not be a bitter woman at night. Like I know some girls I grew up with, and like now they post stuff like they need wine every night not to like be upset about life. I'm like, damn, it's like that. But I understand because they got too much caretaking. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And we're going to get back to all live comments. Caretaking. Caretaking is the hardest job on this planet. Which is a caretaker? A parent is a caretaker. A child to the elderly parents are a caretaker. A nurse, caretaker. Doctor could be a caretaker. Having a pet, you're a caretaker. A caretaker is when you have to take away from your own self-care and care for someone else. You have to sacrifice your self-care to take care of someone else. You're a caretaker. That can easily go down a negative, harmful road. How? Well, the first thing that comes to mind, the first time like I even heard that term, like as far as like as an adult and I start to digest what does that mean? There was an interview. Larry King was interviewing some widower, a woman who lost her husband. Her husband was a famous guy. I don't remember his name, but I never forget what she said, and I'm about to tell you. Larry King asked her about her faith. Larry King, he's the interviewer. He says to the wife, he goes, how were the last years of his life and how did you handle his death? And that's why I remember this. And she goes, Larry, the last couple of years of his life were horrible. You know, I said, she said he wasn't even in pain all the time, but I had to be a full-time caretaker. And, you know, after a couple months and then you go into a couple years, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of sacrifice. And to be honest with you, when he died, I almost felt relief because to be honest with you, I know she even said this, I know a lot of people will never say this, but I'm going to say it. She goes, you get tired of taking care of people. And that always stood out. And I stored that in my mind. I made a mental note. Today, I'm sitting in Starbucks. And there's two old ladies yapping. They're retired. They ain't doing IT work. They're just yapping. I'm not mad at them. They put their work. So two older ladies are talking. And the one older lady was talking about spending time with her grandkids. When you're a grandparent, you could be a caretaker part-time. So she talked with very much a lot of excitement, like, oh, I love spending time with our grandkids. It's great, it's great. And she was reflecting on when she would pick up her grandkids and when they would spend a couple days. Her energy level was high and happy. And then she goes, you know, and then like after 5 minutes of talking about all that, then after like the 5-minute mark, she goes, well, you know, and then, you know, after a couple days, it's a lot of work. And then I give my son. And then I could hear her energy levels go down and that she wanted to give it back. Because caretaking, even if you're a grandparent, a lot of responsibility, a lot of work. And grandparents like being grandparents because they get to have the fun of spending time with the young one without the full responsibility of the burden of full-time caretaking. They're a part-time caretaker, not a full-time. And most of the time, many grandparents feel, or maybe did fail as a parent. They failed raising their kids. So now they want to try to make it up with their grandkids because they can't even sleep at night. They're thinking about, I shouldn't have been this way to my kid. Caretaking is a burden and you snap and then you feel guilty and then you want to overexpress that you care. Why do some of the girls I know grow up with, great girls, love them, but I see them posting, why do they need wine at night to be happy? Because they got too much on their plate, too much stress, taking care too much. They didn't realize it was going to be this hard with 2 kids, a husband they're falling out of love with, and nothing on TV, but inspirational nomad, and they can't live in their car. They got 2 kids. So shit, pass me the wine. Nurses. I'll never forget Martin Lawrence, one of my favorite comedians. He had a breakdown. He had a mental breakdown. He had a lot of money, a lot of fame. So here you go. But he still had a mental breakdown. And he was doing drugs. He was smoking weed. Shout out to Alice. She asked me today, what do I think about medical marijuana? I said, do you? I love you. I said, my experience with marijuana, it just makes you hungry, paranoid, lazy, and around the wrong people. You know, but again, you know, some people may need it, but I never really had a breakthrough with marijuana, but everyone's different. But the bottom line is, Martin Lawrence had a mental breakdown, and part of it was he was doing marijuana in addition to other things, but marijuana was part of it. Kanye West had a breakdown. What was he doing? Smoking marijuana and popping pills. So Martin Lawrence had this mental breakdown at one of the height of his careers, right after Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Great movie. And so he has this mental breakdown, and he collapses. He was going for a run. He collapses. And he finds himself in the hospital. He basically had a stroke at a young age. So he had a stroke. His whole body basically shut down. And now he had to, you know, go through a rehab period where he had to learn to walk. And he had to learn to use his bowels again. Like being able to control his muscles to go to the bathroom. You know, understand what I'm saying? So he was in a hospital bed. And he had a catheter. And he couldn't control when he had to go number 2, solid waste. And he goes, in the beginning, you know, he would poop on himself. He said this in the comedy skit, real life though. He said that he would poop on himself and he would press the button for the nurse, the caretaker. She would come running in and he initially felt embarrassed, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I pooped. I didn't mean to. I didn't know I was coming. And she went to him, oh, don't worry about it, Martin. Don't worry about it. It happens to everyone. And he goes, she gently wiped his ass and cleaned him and it was nice and everything went great. And he goes, she did that for a couple times. And he said he found himself like really attracted to this nurse because she was such a great caretaker. He felt so loved. And then he goes, after about the second, third week of shitting in his pants and she having to come in and clean up, she comes in the room, and instead of her being nice, kind, gentle, she goes, all right, Martin, that's it. You're going to have to learn to control your bowels and everything like that because I'm tired of cleaning. You should be at a better point in this. And that's what happens. No one can do full-time caretaking around the clock with a full-time job and their own life. And you can only even do so much part-time. You can't have a full-time job and be a full-time caretaker. You're going to need to get help. When you have kids, what do? You get help from your grandkids, your grandparents. You get help from a babysitter. A lot of people go into assisted living. You need help. You got to find some you time. Everyone has their limit that they break, no matter how compassionate they are. And caretaking is a gift. And also what I would say is if you went through a contentious inheritance and you felt like you were the caretaker, but your brother wasn't. Remember this, everyone has a gift. You may have the gift of being a caretaker, but did you have the gift of construction? Did you go to your mother's house and fix her house every day? So if you were a caretaker, you may have a gift of a caretaker. Your brother may have the gift of carpentry. So if you're a great caretaker, what if your brother would say, I'll take care of him, you go lay some sheetrock. You won't lay sheetrock. You won't fix the ceiling fan. You won't do that, but you can be a caretaker. Everyone has a different gift. So you may be a good caretaker, but you may not be able to hang a ceiling fan. So don't compare gifts. Many people do that, especially after their parents die. They fight over inheritance and say, I was the caretaker, you were the caretaker. Total disaster. Okay, total disaster. And then the other lady, back now to the two ladies in Starbucks as I wrap this up. The two ladies in Starbucks, the one was bragging on her grandkids until she started to say after she had them a couple of days, she wanted to give her grandkids back. And then the other older lady started to talk about her husband. And she goes, yeah, it never stops. You take care of kids when you're young, and you got a 90-year-old husband, and you're taking care of him. And when she said that, there was a spirit of resentment. Okay. Spirit of resentment. Not a spirit of, I love this guy. It's like, 90-year-old guy, I'm still taking care of him. And he wasn't taking, it was cute when he was younger. And she said he used to be a stud. He used to do that, And you get to a certain point in your life where you're burnt out. You don't want to take care of anyone else. You want to take care of yourself. Self-care is a full-time job. I understand that because I lived enough life experience, and I understand the question, but sometimes I get the question a lot of times. Sam, what do you do in your off time? You don't have a house to take care of? And believe me, if you have a house to take care of, that's being a caretaker. Oh, yeah. They go, Sam, what do you do at your full-time job? You don't have a family. You don't have a house. What do you do all day? I self-care. Self-care is a full-time job. I go to the gym. I shower. I shave. I walk. I do my hobbies. I do my videos. That's a full-time job. Some people are rolling up, barely getting out of bed till 10, putzing around, looking at YouTube till 12, run to the store, go get more unhealthy groceries so they can be up all night. They're doing no caretaking to themselves. Caretaking is a powerful word. And I've explained in some examples the different levels of caretaking and the different life experiences you're going to go through with caretaking. Resentment is a word that is associated with caretaking. A gift is associated with caretaking. Some people have it, some people don't. Everyone runs out of patience. Even Mother Teresa, she became very bitter. She was like this holy lady that was supposed to be this great caretaker. If you ever read her writings that were released only a few years ago, she questioned her entire faith in God. She thought everything she did was useless because she didn't take enough time for herself. She was a bitter woman at the end. Everyone needs help. Everyone needs help. And don't feel guilty. If your parents passed away and you were a little bit impatient or you didn't do this or that, hey, look, you gotta let go. Because it's all part of life. Will that lady today that was talking about taking care of her 90-year-old husband, will she have some moments when they're in her house where she gets frustrated with her husband? Yeah, I've seen that. I know some old lady right now taking care of her husband with dementia. She resents the shit out of him. Does she tell me that? She don't have to tell me that because I see the emotions. Okay, I can read emotions. I don't need to read words. Okay. Caretaking, man. Big responsibility. Big burden. Why a lot of people need to set a date. Too much caretaking. Not enough self-care. Think about some of the things I shared. Store them with you. Release guilt. Release blame. Blaming your sibling. They weren't a caretaker. Go lay some sheetrock down. Okay. And don't put too much on your plate. Stop getting pets. Stop having kids. Too much. Not good. You can only take care of so much. And having more to take care of is not going to relieve your anxiety. It's going to increase it. If you're already in a certain position, don't do anything drastic. But what I'm trying to tell you is you got to remember, less is more, including with caretaking. Including with volunteering. Because it's cute to have the idea that you're a caretaker, but the reality is a completely different thing. After the third week of taking care of someone, not after the third day, third week, third month, you're a totally different mindset. And like I say, when you're older, you're going to pray that robots are available to take care of yourself, or that you're even in a home. You're not going to want your kids taking care of you. You're not, because you're going to want some dignity. You're going to want to be, if someone's taking care of you, let it be their full-time job. Let them be getting paid something for it. And your kids come to visit you as your kids. Okay? Because when your kids are your caretaker and your kids, that's like when your father is your high school baseball coach. Okay? Your father has a conflict of interest. Okay? That's like when Trump meets with the Russians and then puts, stipulation. There's a conflict of interest. You can't be both. Okay? You can't be you can't be a father to your son and head coach of the team because you're not going to treat everyone the same. It's not happening. You can't be a nurse to your mother and a daughter. You can't. Because you're going to get burnt out. Your mom may just need someone to sit with her and say, look, this person who was taking care of me, they were just telling me about this, and they just need to listen. There's many layers. I want to share them all with you, but I know I can only fit so much into an open statement. I try not to go this long. This is an important topic. We're going to all live comments. Please share right now in the live comment, or when you watch this replay, share your caretaking experience in life. Whether it's with an elderly person, having children, having pets. Share your experience with me. Because everyone has a piece of the puzzle. I can only share mine. All right. Love and respect. Hydration break. Praise the Lord. And again, every night I go live on this channel. I have to say this. And so you can be notified by being subscribed. And you can be notified by following me on Instagram. My Instagram is the word inspire, the symbol _38. Inspire _38. I post I'm going live. You can join the live chat. And that's how you rock. Okay? Good. Queen, what did you do today? I worked today. Then I went walking on the beach. Then I talked to my mom. Then I went for another walk. Then I went back to Starbucks. I watched some inspirational things on YouTube, some disastrous things, such as the RTR getting ringed out. Glad I ain't there, but no disrespect. And then now I'm going live. And then I'll go back to my campground tonight, watch a little bit on my phone. I'll go to bed. I'll wake up tomorrow, do it again. Margot, wave emoji, pineapple emoji. I like pineapples. One of my favorite fruit. And then some type of magical cocktail, maybe alcoholic. And palm tree emoji. Good job, brother. Patience. Thanks for lifting me up a bit. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Bob Wells, RTR looked lame. Talk about lame. Yeah, totally. But that's, I got to be careful not to be too judgmental. Not my thing, but it's never been my thing. Patient to keep. Thanks for lifting me. Oh, I read that. Gina, hey, how are you, Sam? Overall good. Yourself? I'm always honest with women, I think that says, and tell them in the beginning, I don't want anything serious. Well, that's good. Don't want to get married or children. Well, that's good. Just have fun. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You ain't going to just have fun. You're going to be a caretaker, brother. Even if she's just your friend or homie lover friend like R. Kelly, you're going to end up with a documentary series. You can't be a caretaker. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Get ready for a disaster, brother. You got two options, Gina. I don't care. Didn't you see the episode of Seinfeld where they try to arrange friends with benefits? Doesn't work, brother. Here's what's going to happen. You either accept drama and caretaking, or you masturbate and you go live on YouTube. You got two options in life. That's it. That's it. I could lie to you, but watch who you're taking advice from. The people who lie to you, ask them about their life. Ask them how many times they've been divorced. I remember a friend of mine, she was getting married, and she respected me. I respected her, a great friend. We had a lot of good times together. And she says, Sam, I'm getting ready to go to marriage and counseling before we get married. Like the pastor demands that we do that. That's all right. I thought it was a little bit of a game, but that's all right. So she goes, Sam, I respect you. What questions should I ask this pastor? I said, well, there you go. Now you're talking my language. All right. I said, here's what I want you to ask the pastor who's going to basically interview you if you should get married. Ask your pastor how long he has been married, if he's happily been married, and if he ever thought about a divorce. Okay. That's how you're going to know if this guy's the real deal or girl. They can lie to you. But if you ever get lonely, if you ever want to be in a relationship, go talk to someone who's in a relationship. Go talk to that old lady who's been married for 40 years and taking care of her 90-year-old husband, and she has a tone of resentment while she sips her Starbucks frate. Huh. Masturbate, brother. Ain't no such thing as homie lover friends, okay? R. Kelly tried that. Look where he's at now. Got a whole documentary series on Lifetime. Total disaster, okay? Don't do it. Good job. Joseph, Sam, I'm sharing a live chat with Nancy. She loves it. Well, Nancy, I love you too, but after you hear some of my conversation, you may not love me, and I can understand that. I could totally accept it. I'm not for everyone. I love you, Nancy. I respect you. I respect Joseph. I want the best for everyone, but I do not want to be anyone other than myself. I want you to accept me, and I want to be able to accept you. If we can't accept each other, if I'm not good for your mental health, don't watch me. If you're not good for my mental health, I got to cut you off. I love you, though. I always tell, like a lot of times, guys would come up to me, especially after I lost weight. I lost 200 pounds in my life. They would come up to me and they say, Sam, my wife is very out of shape. I want to try to do something to inspire her to get in shape. What should I do? You know what I would tell them? Accept her and don't try to change her. Okay? My father was very skinny. He tried to get my mother in shape all the time. Total disaster. Part of the reason they got divorced. That and having rental property together. You want to have a divorce? Try to get your spouse in shape and have a multi-family property and then have your husband work on it after he worked all day at his job. A total disaster. What am I saying? I'm saying accept people for who they are. You may not like the fact that I live in my car full time. I talk about masturbation, and I recommend most people stay single and live a very light life. And I can understand why. I can understand why some people don't dig that, because it's very odd. Less than 1% of society, probably. And even the other people who are doing it right now, they're in a desert, in a washout, making videos about each other. It's total disaster out there, guys. But what I found out, too, is total disaster being married. You resent your 90-year-old husband. That's what happens. What should you do? Get a divorce? Sometimes, yes. Not all the time. But do what you want. I love you, Nancy. I love you. Good job. Don't be mad at me. Gina, because it doesn't work so good. Well, it doesn't. And disaster emoji. Submarine vet. Hashtag word. Good job, brother. Good job, submarine vet. Joseph, Nancy. Oh, this is a coworker. Okay, that's realtor. Oh, she's a realtor. So she loves me. She loves me then. Why? Because I speak about selling, liquidating. That's commission. Hell yeah, Nancy loves me now. Now Nancy's a subscriber. Why? Because I'm out there telling people liquidate your property. Especially now. Look, if you're not going to change your life now with a high real estate market and a high stock market, if you're not going to change your life now, you're never going to do it. You're never going to. I mean, when are you going to do it? Now everything is in your favor. So go Google Nancy at Kelly Williams Realtor. Negotiate percentage. The commission of the sale of your house is negotiable. I interviewed 3 different realtors, and I got the real estate commission down to 3%. Not for the selling agent, total. 1.5% went to my selling agent, 1.5 went to the buyer. Never, especially, look, I love you, Nancy. I love you, Joseph. Realtors, a dime a dozen. Okay, you can find a million, like a car dealership. You don't get the deal you want, go next car dealership. 1,000,004 dealerships, 1,000,000 realtors. That's the truth. Now, some of them ain't worth 2 cents. You gotta have a real estate agent that knows about technology and that's diligent, and has a good personality, and they should play to the demographic in your area. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You don't want some old lady and the whole demographic of the community is changing, and she's trying to sell your house. What I'm here to tell you is negotiate the real estate commission down to 3% total. 1.5 for the buyer, 1.5 for the seller. If they don't like that, there's a million other people who are real estate agents. During the day, they're high school art teachers. At night, they're real estate agents. You don't want those. You want full-time real estate agents, okay? But what I'm here to tell you is they work for you. Your real estate agent works for you, not the other way around. Never forget it. And then, you know how they get their bonuses too? They're going to recommend lawyers to use. They're going to, you know what I did? I said, you know what I said to my real estate agent? I love my real estate agent. Good real estate agent. I said, give me 3 lawyers. I'll call them up personally. I'll interview them for their fees, and then I'll pick which one I choose. That's what you got to do. You got to do some work. Now, if you don't do that, you ain't never going to sell your property. And that's why most people don't. They're overwhelmed by all this. They hear all this talk. I can't never sell my. Just give 6% to Joseph, 3% to Nancy. They're going to screw you, and the lawyers are going to get a percentage. Everyone's going to get a percentage. But at least you got enough to walk away and buy a depreciating asset such as a Class B. Does that make sense? No, but you're miserable now, so you might as well go for it. Good job. Apathy. Hey, Apathy. Hey, Sam. Good conversation. Excellent topic. Thank you, Apathy, for the support. Hydration makers. Get me all worked up talking about real estate. Total disaster out there. Terry, take care of, good comment. See, I want to read people's experience. Good job, Terry. Took care of my mom who had Alzheimer's. That's tough. For a few years, cost me some relationships. I can understand that. Some people want to be the center of attention. You haven't seen disaster until somebody you know died, and then you have to arrange the funeral and everything. Let's continue reading. And if you're caring for someone full-time, they find out they're not. I totally get what he's saying. If you guys never experienced like that, I understand exactly what Terry's saying. When I went to Publix today and I asked for some wheat bagels for tomorrow morning, the lady behind the bakery, she got like 50-something. And she said, oh, that was I'm sorry. I asked her for wheat bagels and she started getting me a cake. I said, what are you doing? I said, I don't want a cake. I said, I want wheat bagels. I said, nice. Else, my mom just called me. She's starting to get dementia. She doesn't know where she parked her car. She's 90. And I said, I totally understand. I said, I hope she's all right. And she wasn't like, yeah, I hope she's all right. And I got to go find my mom. I can't do both. Guys, pay attention. This is a powerful topic tonight. Good job, Margot. Those people on my 600-pound life only get that way because someone enabled them. You are correct. There's also other issues. And that's why I can't compare my weight journey to everyone. I mean, some people do have DNA issues. Everyone has a different physical journey and a different mental journey. Some people are more severe than others, right? Just we talk about that all the time. Some people have more severe mental issues than others. We all have mental issues. We all have physical issues. Some have more severe than others. Behind every addiction, behind a drug addiction, gambling addiction, every addiction is an enabler, okay? But everyone has a crutch. But I didn't really like to watch things like that because they were never really inspiring. They were more sad. But it is good to see a face of that part of society. But I believe you get into comparison. Don't compare your journey to someone else's. Take a little bit from each. But like I say, if you really get into a tough part with your health, do these things. Stop eating out. Stop smoking cigarettes and stop drinking alcohol. Those are the top 3 killers of your health. And even if you never get fully there, just focus on that best you can. John, what's up, man? Good evening, all. It's cold, 25 degrees. That's cold. Deli sandwich for dinner. I'm not mad at you. And well, thank you, brother. I got love. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Love and respect, man. I understand. Elvis, what's up, man? All right. Love and respect. Hey to you, man. Apathy. I don't get one sec apathy. Just got to check something. Apathy. Oh, that's a disaster out there. Apathy. I don't get pot at all. I tried a couple of times way back when you're hungry and paranoid. No thanks. Yeah, that's what happened to me. Now everyone's different. To me, weed just makes you live below your potential and makes your mind dumb. Even Ghostface Killer stopped smoking weed. He said he forgot his lyrics. Now, if Ghostface Killer telling you to stop smoking weed, I think you should take note. Now Snoop Dogg probably still telling you to smoke weed. Now, do you want to be Snoop Dogg? I don't know. It's up to you. I don't. Back live. Oh, the great Bruce Lee. Yeah, I like Bruce Lee. Marijuana and hash combination may have caused his death. I didn't know he was on a hashish. Was he? I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that, Pac. Joseph, caretaking involves a lot of dookie. Yep. Joseph, you get life, man. Dookie removal and wipal, including a dog. You know, you think it's cute to have a dog. You better get that plastic bag ready. And you better be picking it up. Did I ever get in trouble for not picking it up? A couple times. And then you put that plastic bag in your garbage. And then if you got neighbors and they smell too much dookie, they're going to say, hey, what's going on with those dookie? And you're going to say, hey, look, I got a dog. They're going to say, hey, look, we don't care. We don't smell a dookie. Total disaster. Apathy. Assisted living is very expensive. Oh, it's big business, especially down here in Florida. But look, it's expensive for a reason, because that's many times the only way to go. But I understand. And then let's keep reading. It started around $15,000 a month. That ain't assisted living. I mean, that's like, I don't know. It's luxury life. And in New England, that's out of pocket. Insurance does not cover all assisted living. Well, that's the other disaster, because it's like, to get help with the state or the government, you have to totally dissolve all the assets and all the net worth of that parent before they're going to get assistance. And that's how the system's designed, to milk the cow. But that's way too high. That's crazy. But think about it. How much is childcare? I work with a guy. I think he says his childcare bill was like $1,300 a month. $100 a month for childcare. So you think about it, you're paying for your kid, and then you're going to be paying for your elderly parent or elderly spouse. Caretaking is big money, big burden. So what's the answer, Sam? It's an observation. It's a real life observation. Do you want me to tell you about reflectix? Do you want me to show you a picture of the desert with rain? Or do you want to know about real life? I understand you probably don't want to know about real life. You got enough on your plate. I can understand that. But this is my channel, so I love you. Gina. Oh, we ask it. Apathy? Hell yes. Self-care is a full-time job. Apathy? You know what I'm talking about. Good job. Gina? I prefer to be dead and not to be in the condition that nurse has to wipe my ass. Well, I understand that. But not going to be easy to get yourself to that transitional period. And I can understand that too. I understand what you're saying. Illinois, what's up, brother? Keep moving forward. Great comment. If all you remember is to try to move forward, you've done the right thing. Good job, Illinois. It's probably cold in Illinois. I love you, brother. Sal, Texas in the house. Good evening, Sam. I hope you're doing well. I'm very thankful for everyone. Thank you. Yes. And I enjoy it and enjoy your day. I hope you did too. Glad I catch your last stream. Good to have you. Thumbs up. Thank you. Love and respect, brother. Peace emoji and sunglass face emoji. Thank you, brother. Woohoo, Sam. Who takes care of a single lonely people who have no one to take care of? That's what I'm scared for. The same person that is going to take care of this elderly lady's 90-year-old husband who she resents. Assisted living. Do you want your resentful spouse to take care of you? Do you want your resentful kids to take care of you? Do you want your resentful daughter who's working at Publix at the bakery, and then you call her up and you tell her you lost your car, and then she's frustrated because she's handing me lemon meringue pie instead of my wheat bagels, and she goes, oh, I'm losing my mind, I'm taking care of my mom. And look, you're gonna need help, brother. And believe me, if you ever need help, you're going to want to be with professional caretakers that are getting paid. Does that mean they're going to be good? No, but at least they're getting paid, so they can't be that resentful. It's their job. Like, if you come up to me at my job, I'm going to be more nicer to you. I'm going to have a different mannerism towards you. Why? Because it's my job. I'm a paid professional. You come up to me on the street, you're going to get a different mannerism. Why? Because you're not paying me to deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, if I say something political to you at your job, you're not going to blow up at me. You're going to keep it neutral, and you're going to be very nice and passive because it's your job. That's your profession. You got to make money. So same thing if you're a caretaker. It's your job. You're paid to deal with dookie, but you're going to go home and masturbate, so you're not upset. But if you're in your house and you're trying to watch porn and then you got to take care of someone too, you're going to get upset. Why? Because you got no self-care time. And it's not your job. You're not getting paid for it. That's the truth. Why are people stressed out? Why are people having wine right now? They're taking care of their kids. You got too much on their plate. I can't tell you how many people that are caretaking, and they say, Sam, I wish I was like you, but I know they probably couldn't do full time. Well, I don't know. I'm a caretaker, love and respect to all my nurses. I'm a caretaker of my car. Well, love and respect to all the mechanics. Lots of work, Sammy. I know that, right? Cleaning and waxing. Well, I don't do that. I let my car get dirty. Why? I didn't get into this game to try to sex anyone out, but I'm not mad at you. I don't know. It's difficult and emotionally exhausting to take care of a dying parent. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's an honorable thing to do it. I'm not trying to say abandon your parent. But what I'm trying to tell you is you're going to need some help. And it's hard. And you're going to feel guilty. But here's the other thing I've run across in life. Like my mother, she didn't take care of her father. He remarried, and the person he remarried hired a caretaker. And I remember all the sisters, my mother and all my aunts, fighting after he died, who's going to get the majority of the inheritance, and cursing his wife that she's going to get the bulk of it, and she hired a caretaker. My mom didn't take care of her father. And I know some people like in life, they didn't take care of their parents. They put them in a home, and they're expecting their kids to take care of them. Total irony. Total irony of life. But this is about caretaking. That's why it's a powerful topic. Jenna Marie, I have provided care for my children. I ain't mad at that. My ex-husband, oh, you're burnt out. Look, I understand that. I've been there. My house, oh, I've been there. My car and myself, oh, I'm exhausted listening. They have all left me depleted. Damn it, I was depleted just reading that. I totally understand where you're coming from. I love you. Tana Marie, thank God that you're close to being delivered. Totally feel the pain of that. I was with you on that. Pack. Laughing. Go live on YouTube and masturbate. You gotta have fun. You gotta laugh a little bit. I love everyone. You gotta laugh, and you gotta negotiate real estate commission. Okay? With Gina, with Joe, you gotta negotiate real estate commission. Good job. Sleep. Keep, repeat, Sam. Yeah, you got it, Pack. You understand life. Pack's laughing good. Good job. James, Sam, I'm just here to let you know that you are stunned. Thank you. And that I'm in the chat too, bro. Brother, I appreciate the love. I appreciate support. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Vicky, hey, Vicky, Minnesota, Florida. Now, I know Vicky's testimony, powerful testimony. She has a disabled son, I believe. She takes care of him full time. Love and compassion and respect. I could totally understand how tough that is. I can. And then she goes, hi, paying my credit cards, purchasing my things to live a simple life. I can understand that. Join Weight Watchers today. All right, now I'm upset. Vicky, I love you. Now we may not be friends anymore. Now, should I judge you? No. Am I in perfect shape? No, but I mean, I lost 200. Oprah is the main owner of Weight Watchers. Oprah bought stock in Weight Watchers, made a YouTube video talking about you can eat as much bread as you want, and then she sold the stock when it went skyrocketing high. It's all a game. What happens at Weight Watchers? I know a couple people have been on it. Have they lost weight? Nope, still overweight, okay? And not looking good. Not good. What happens in Weight Watchers? I'll tell you. Fucking disaster. So you get all worked up. You go through the seminar. You go through this big thing. All these other overweight people. And even the instructor, they're overweight. But you're so overweight, the instructor looks skinny. That's how overweight people are, okay? Then the instructor tells you about all this stuff. And she's giving you some information. Just like you go to church. They give you some information, but then they manipulate it a little bit. So then you get all worked up. Now you're going strong. Everything's good. And you go every Monday, you have to go to this weigh-in. Every Monday you go to like this, it's like a church, but it's like a store booth in a mini mall. You go to this place, you weigh yourself, and they say, all right, you lost 5 pounds. I know people that used to starve themselves going to the weigh-in, and then as soon as they get the hell out of there, they go have Taco Tuesday. And then they repeat the cycle. Why? Because Oprah's the head of the church. Told disaster. How can Oprah lead people to the promised land? She's still lost in the wilderness. I could lead you to the promised land. How? Stop eating out. Save your money from Weight Watchers. Put that in the RV. I'd rather you buy a depreciating asset than buy a meal plan from Weight Watchers. Am I leading people astray? No, I think I'm giving you good advice. Stop eating out. Forget Weight Watchers. Don't do it. Forget it. Don't even join a gym. Go for a walk every night. Go for a walk every hour. Stop eating out. You'll change your life. If you're not going to be able to do that, Weight Watchers ain't going to help you. You're going to be upset. But now, should I judge? No. Should you listen to me? No. You do what you want. I love you. Vicky, I love you. But I'm very passionate about this. Why? Because I saw my mom go through Weight Watchers, Slim Fast. I saw my friends and their spouses go through Weight Watchers. And where are they all now? Overweight. Overweight, out of shape, and hurting. And they need a caretaker. Is Oprah going to be your caretaker? Hell no. Oprah's loaded. She got millions of caretakers. Total disaster. I love you. All right, let's keep reading. Join Weight Watchers. All right. Somebody give me upset emoji. Keeping focus one day at a time. All right, well, I like to end. I love you, Vicky. I love you. I love you. Alan, thanks for all your videos. Thank you. I did a whole video on Weight Watchers. I got to go back. I'm sorry. Vicky, go to, oh my God. Vicky, please. I hope you're still in. I know you probably unsubscribed. That's all right. If you're still in here and you're still a subscriber, go to my channel and type in surgery Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers scam. I did a whole video. I think it was like 10 minutes. I totally exploded on Oprah. Please, for your best interest, Illinois. Thanks for all your videos. I can't be here much live. That's okay. But I listen to them on some of my trips. Well, thank you, brother. To work. Illinois, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for everyone, too, who clicks the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. Thank you again to Submarine Vet and to Terry. Much love and respect. I appreciate the support. Brother 3 John. 6 more days equals 1 year. No more smoking cigarettes. Well, that's good. Now, that's it. Now, when you fall, you get back up. How do you quit smoking cigarettes? You take your cigarettes, you break them, you put them in a trash can. A half hour later, you're in there smoking the cigarette butts. How do you get in shape? You don't join Weight Watchers. You take your chocolate mint chip mint ice cream, which I did. You take it out of your freezer, you dump it in your trash bag. Then an hour later, when it's half melted, but it hasn't touched any dookie, you take that ice cream out of there and you start scooping it up and eating it. Then you feel bad about yourself and you keep repeating that until you progressively get better. That's how you change your life. Love and respect. Gina? There are 2 or 3 times I felt like whip strippers. Really? Sammy? Talk about disaster. Well, I did a few strippers. I could tell you about disaster. Once I flew a different country. Oh, yeah, now you're out of control. Once you flew to a different country for one stripper, I met and spent tons of money. Well, brother, no judgment. I've been there. I know exactly what you're saying. Total disaster. I don't know what's worse, doing that or I'm going to stay positive, stay positive. Brother 3 John. Yep, but I like my weed. I don't judge you. Sorry, difference for everyone. I agree with that. I'm not mad at you. Joji, hey, Sam. Thanks for the advice on taking online courses. No problem. I just thought of learning a trade to get certification and go from there. Yeah, start with working, show up consistently, and then a lot of times too, once you get connected with a job and you're shown reliable, that's your biggest asset in your career, then a lot of times you can get them to subsidize your training. Most companies, if you show yourself reliable, they'll subsidize some of your higher education. So, and look, you have to do something for at least a year and show up every day before you should invest more money into it. So good job, brother. Dickie, I'm a caregiver, love and respect. To my 16-year-old son, I remember you telling me that. He's on cannabis. Okay. Best of $250 a month. Wow, that's a lot. It calms him down. Well, I can understand that. That's a fair point. Good perspective. So he can continue to live in our home. I'm not mad at that, and that's why we all need different perspective. Now, I could say that's fair. Now, Weight Watchers, I cannot agree with, but that I could agree with. Random. I suffer from extreme PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder, okay? The doctor gave me an option, okay? Either take, I'm not going to say that right, benzodiazepine, I'm sorry, I can't say that right, some type of medicine, or use marijuana. Well, then I would probably try marijuana. I can understand. And I choose to use pot. I can understand that. Taking the other medication is addictive and makes me weak. I can understand that. That's a fair comment. And that's why I appreciate you guys sharing. I can understand that, Vicky. Minnesota pays me $16.95 an hour. That's interesting. For 40-hour works, for 40 hours a week. Well, I think that's makes sense. All tax-free to take care of my son. Well, that's fair because that's understandable. You need to. And I wouldn't even be upset if that was more money than that. So thank you for sharing, Vicky. Joseph. Sam, yes, human waste, dookie emoji. Dog waste, dookie emoji, yeah. Cat waste, dookie emoji, oh, yeah. Waste of time. Oh, good job, Joseph. Yeah, get that RV and get out of there. Good job. Joseph, good job. Always negotiate real estate commission. Apathy. Sam, in Massachusetts, the elderly person cannot have more than $2,000 in their bank account. Yep, see, this is what happens. Good job. Cannot have $2,000 or more in their bank. But Massachusetts Health does not cover assisted living. That's interesting. Mass Health covers nursing homes. Okay. That's interesting. Good job, Apathy. Abrahash, what's up, brother? Candace in the house. Hello, Sam. The perfect combination is young van dwellers that need a backyard to park and old people that need young people around to buy them food and for other needs. Sounds like some type of community organization thing. I hear you. Apathy. Many people will not be able to afford assisted living. I agree with that. You need to have lots of dough, yep, to end up in assisted living. Well, what's the difference technically between assisted living and nursing home? I don't know the technical difference. I'm sure there's some. Vicky. Apathy. Elderly waivers pay for assisted living. That's interesting. Good information, guys. If they don't have the money, this is great information. I don't know some of this. Apathy. Search out elderly care services in your community to help with aging parents. Interesting. Medicare helps. Good. Reach out to Medicaid. Also good comments. Thank you. Apathy. I took care of my mom. Good comment. But hardest job I ever had. I appreciate you sharing that. My mom was very grateful. Praise the Lord. I would be too. I understand. I was with her and she was, and when she passed, love and respect, PTSD inducing, but I don't regret being here for it. I totally agree. Love to you, Apathy. Great comment. Apathy. Vicky, not Massachusetts. Each state is different. No vouchers for assisted living here. We have Republican governor. Well, I think, isn't, though, I don't know Minnesota, though, but Minnesota seems pretty liberal, too, though. I don't know, though. I don't know. Good comments, guys. I don't know some of the stuff. John. Oh, John's upset emoji. I ain't mad. Queen. You're upset. Apathy. Random. Is it helping? Oh, it's talking about town. It's hard to go for a walk with my son in the winter. I can understand that. That's why I moved to Florida. I can understand that. Vicky, if you move to Florida, will you still get the subsidized pay? I would think you should. I'm not obese. I just wanted to feel better about myself. I'm not mad at that. And I don't want to go on a treadmill. I ain't mad at that. Well, let me tell you something. Weight Watchers ain't going to help. Instead of you going outside for a walk, now you got to bundle up and go to a weigh-in every week and buy their meal pack? No. I'm totally with you. You should move to Florida as long as you can get the same deal with the cost of money. But even if you take a little bit less, take a little bit less. Even if you have to sell your house a little bit less, take it. Even if you have to move to Florida, instead of them paying you $16.95 an hour, they pay you $13 an hour, take it. So you can get outside and walk. The older you get, the harder it gets. I'm interested in what you got to say. Gina? Vicky? My advice to you, don't eat anything after 6 p.m. Oh, that don't work. Stop eating bread. No, that don't work. Oprah says eat so much bread as you want. Stop eating sugar. Well, it sounds nice, but that's not reality. You will lose weight real fast. All true, but not going to happen. What should you do? Stop eating out. Start there. Cook home more, even if you cook home unhealthy. And then switch from whites to browns. Instead of regular bread, darker grain fiber bread, multi-grain bread, wheat bread. And then try to limit dairy and meat or eliminate. But just start at those layers. First layer, don't eat out anymore. Good job. Or just at least once on a weekend. But try not to eat out. I'm tough. She already getting universal basic income on steroids. Who's that? $2,500 a month to take care of your kid. Never heard of her. Kid's disabled, so she should get it. So to me, then it should be more than that. And Alaska already gets universal basic income from oil companies and their dividends. So for a disabled person, for your disabled child, you should get more than that, in my opinion. Vicky, thank you, Gene. How much oil subsidies? How much did the oil companies get subsidized from the government? How much do farmers get subsidized from the government? Okay, so believe me, we got to do a lot better for the regular people. A lot better. Good job, Vicky. No, Florida won't pay me for 10 years waiting list. Oh, is there? That's interesting. I don't know that. Minnesota, California will pay me $5,000 a month. Well, higher cost of living, but I would move. If I had the choices, then based on what you're telling me, I would go to California immediately. I wouldn't wait till my kids any older. Or you, I would move immediately. I don't need bread. Okay. Andy. Hey, Sammy. I got news today. Boss wants me at satellite location for next 10 days. Okay. Super excited. I'm excited for you. And I'm flying out tomorrow. Okay. Well, be careful because I know it's still with the government shutdown. A lot of delays at airports. I even got an email about it. Be very careful. And we'll be down by Tampa. Just expect the list. You're going to get there early. AG. I'm so happy to get away from depressing Jersey. You are, but you're going to be depressed in that airport. You better get there early because there's not a lot of there's a lot of delays with government agencies such as TSA. Queen, I don't eat bread either. I'm not mad at that. And she got a walkie-talkie. Hydration break. Praise the Lord. Well, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you're not too upset. I know I come in a little hot, but I gotta be honest. Andy, thanks. No, good advice. I appreciate that. Thank you, Andy. Apathy at Arash. That is such a great idea. Sammy, regarding nursing, homes awful compared to assisted living. Nursing homes are awful compared to assisted living. Okay, I didn't know that. I remember there was a maintenance guy I knew one time, and he said he worked at a nursing home. He said they were a disaster. I don't have much experience to compare, so I don't want to try to be disingenuous. I'm only sharing generally on top, but you guys are giving a lot of great advice here and a lot of good perspective. It's just something you have to consider. You know, would I take care of my elderly mom? Yes, but I would have help. And I can't. I've been in an unhealthy situation with my mom and with my siblings where I'm not taking care of myself. And am I going to be able to be a good caretaker if I'm not taking care of myself? No. And I've seen that. I've seen that across the board with other people too, even with parents. You have to find that balance. It's not easy. I mean, this is one of the hardest things you're going to have to deal with in life. Is this whole caretaking thing. It's very hard, man. Gilbert. Hey, Gilbert, what's up, man? Hey, Sammy. This is good. Turned 55 today? Well, here we go, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Gilbert. Happy birthday to you. Birthday cake emoji for our brother, Gilbert. Happy birthday, brother. Seize the moment of your life. 55. On average, you have 25 more years left in your life. And we love you, and we appreciate you, and we're thankful for you. Love and respect. Vicky, California. Gilbert, one question, then we'll go next comment. Gilbert, what have you learned this last year as you've turned another year older? Please leave it in the live comment section. Vicky, California program is called IHSS. Max hours of $283 a month. Overtime weekly and whole planet cannabis. Okay. Not this oil in Minnesota. Okay. I'm learning something on that, Joseph. I've 3 months. Okay, let's see. I avoided all pastas. There you go. Rice, bread, sugar, milk. Now I'm proper weight. Feel better too. Joseph, thumbs up emoji to your brother. Queen. Happy birthday. And then she give birthday cake and celebration balloon. Gilbert. Vicky, happy birthday. John, birthday cake. Good job. Teresa, birthday cake. Hey, Teresa. Terry, birthday cake. Good job, Terry. Vicky. Thanks, Joseph. Yeah, it's good to celebrate people. I know I get a little serious, but we got fun so good. Apathy. Happy birthday, Gilbert. Yes. Oh, no. Only 25 years? Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people say, Sam, don't keep saying how life expectancy is old. Well, wait till I upload a video tomorrow. Tomorrow the video is going to be, are you too old to live in your car or RV? A lot of people ain't going to like that video. But I got to, a lot of people living in their car, especially on YouTube, they're not living in their car. Some of the biggest channels, they're living in their mom's house. Or they're in the desert. All those people in the desert, they're retirees that still have a house. Very small percentage are full-timing, guys. Be careful. A lot of people misleading you out there. Be careful. Bob's telling you to come. Oh, the place is still open. Everyone come in. The place is a disaster. Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Let me be positive. Sal, happy birthday. Murdad, live again. Oh, yeah, Murdad. Heart emoji. I'm not mad at you, Murdad. Good job. Gina. You're in Israel? In Israel, we say happy birthday. What the hell are you going to do at 120? What are you going to do at 100? What are you going to do at 90? You going to call your daughter at the bakery at Publix and say, look, I lost my car, and she's resentful? Now, until they have robots that take care of us, you don't want to live to 120. Now, I'm not going to say that's true. No. I remember in the scriptures, okay? So I remember from the scriptures, people used to live past, 120 or so? And then God said the older people live, the harder their hearts got. The older people will live, supposedly back in the Old Testament, which is the Torah, people would live to hundreds and hundreds of years old, not just like 120. And then supposedly God said in the Bible that he's going to shorten the lifespan of humans because he saw as humans got older, they became more of an asshole. Their hearts became hardened. And so he shortened the lifespan. I think God should even shorten a little bit. Why? People are getting out of control. What are you going to do when you're 120? Gilbert, I pray you never suffer. I pray you live a rich life. You enjoy each day. And, you go in your sleep after you've masturbated to some good porn and you're financially independent. And then you leave that money to me. Leave it to somebody. God bless. Gilbert. Thanks, Sammy and everyone. We love you, brother. But I don't think I want to see you. I love you, Gina, but 120 is too old. John, a lot of misleading channels, so I totally agree with that. Doing it for AdSense. Well, everyone's doing it. Look, I'm not going to pander to you, too. This is a side hustle. But my channel is based on me being me. I mean, obviously, I curse in a lot of stuff that gets demonetized. I talk a certain way to you guys, like as if we're in the same room, we're in the same level. You get more if you pander to the audience. And I can understand why. If it's your full-time job, like I say, if you approach me on my job, if you approach someone at their job, they're going to totally treat you different as if you approach them in their house. This is my house. And this isn't like, I know I've seen some channels where they go in their car, they make a video, and then they're back in their mom's house. They're not like living in their car. They're making a video from their car. They're telling you about what they're going to do when they live in a car, and then they're still living in an apartment. So am I judging? I'm just saying that you got to be careful. Like, I remember when I was watching YouTube, there was a guy, the guy I watched was a small guy in Texas, and he was older. And he wasn't even full-time living in his car. He was just camping. And he was getting all worked up like he may live in his car, and then he never did. And he had a home base, he owned property, and then he eventually bought an RV. So he didn't live full-time in his car ever. He owned property as long as I watched his channel. And was he misleading? No. He still sparked. And even the people that like are misleading, they still help me. And so I can't be disingenuous and say they didn't help me. I'm just saying, as someone who's really doing it, a lot of people just like to masturbate to the idea of doing it. They're never going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then when someone else will tell them how to cool in your car, how do you stay warm, it's like a whole conversational piece. Like, what's the weather? Is there anything wrong with that? No. But like for me, look, YouTube is a business for everyone. Don't ever let it get twisted. But so is Weight Watchers. People still join. Everything is a business. Everything in this world is a business. People taking care of their older parents, it's a business. Some people doing it just for the inheritance. That's true. Everything in life revolves a little bit around money. Don't let anyone mislead you. But you can be sincere in who you are, without sacrificing your soul for the money. But like for me, again, like I said, to do that, I think you got to have multiple sources of income where you earn your way through life. And so for me, I have no problem working because I've always worked. This, I would love for it to go further. But I think where people get in trouble is where they get disillusioned, like they're going to live in their car, they're going to have a YouTube channel. It's like saying like you're going to practice hard and you're going to go to the NBA. Chances you're never going to the NBA. And so there's nothing wrong with these things, but you have to put these things in context. And just be mindful. That's my observation. James, Sam, I'm watching this in my car. Well, love and respect. And then you're going to go back to your house. I heard that Noah from the Bible lived to 620. Yeah, I heard that too. Now, but I also heard a lot of things from the Bible. Like, women didn't speak in the church. Like, if you are, you could be stoned to death, eye for an eye. There's a time for war, there's a time for death. If you cut your beard, you're unrighteous. If you don't get circumcised, you're unrighteous. If you're gay, you're condemned. If you divorce and get remarried, you commit adultery. If you lust with your eye, you should poke your eye out of your head. I heard a lot of things in the Bible that I put in context. So just like I say, you should put YouTube in context, you got to put the Bible in context. So I'm very fair in how I look at life. I try to be very sincere. I preach a spirituality foundation, but I've read the Bible and I put it in context. I believe YouTube can be a great asset to help you lose weight, to help you live a mobile lifestyle, but I put it in context. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. You can do anything you want in life. You can have a business. You can be in the corporate world. You could have a YouTube channel. You could be a caretaker. You can do anything, but there's a way you have to do it, and there's a context you have to put it in for it to be done right. And, that's what I live. That's what I believe. Good job. Gina, I'm training all my life, Sammy. I hope I'm still able to lift, I think that's weights, when I'm 120. Well, my experience with the elderly, you ain't doing anything at 120. You're lucky if you're going to be able to, I don't want to get negative. I love you, though. I understand. I understand. Let me back up a little bit. I understood the context of you just celebrating, and it was just a saying, right? So I forgive me if I got too exploded on that, but I'm passionate. I understand you just trying to wish them well, and that's like a cultural saying, right? And I understand everyone has a different cultural way of expressing their self. So no disrespect. But I'm just passionate about different things, and so that comes out. But I love you. Apathy, geesh. What if you already been through something that almost killed you in your 30s? I'd be grateful for another 15. Well, yeah, 30s? Yeah, when you're 30, you definitely want to live another 15 years. When you're 45, you want to live another 15 years. When you're 55, you want to live another 15 years. When you're 75, you may say, you know what? I got one more shot. I'm going to sell everything. I'm going to live my dream. When you're 85, you think you want to live another 15 years? When you're 95, you think? Go interview. I challenge it. Go interview someone that's 90 years old and ask them if they want to live another 15 years. You tell me the response. I'll make a t-shirt about that. I'm going to make a t-shirt. I'll put a poll up. If you're 90 years old, do you want to live another 15 years? Yes, check this. No, check this. I don't think too many people going to want to live another 15 years. That's the truth. So what's the message? Seize the moment. Seize the moment. Don't nickel and dime your life. You better seize this moment. Good job. James, preset sexy porn saying, well, no, it's only a part of life. Now, some people take that out of context. Some people take YouTube out of context. Some people take the Bible out of context. Now, some people take porn out of context. Some people end up like R. Kelly. Like, they're watching disgraceful, illegal porn. They're sex addicts. And they get, like, I'm not a sex addict. I'm not, like, out of control. Like, I control my lust. But some people shouldn't watch porn. They're in a whole nother level. So I try to put everything in my life in a context. Now it's not easy. It's not easy to stay balanced. A lot of people are on medication because they have an imbalance. You have to stay balanced in life. Everyone has a different balance. You got to be careful. Good job. James, Sam, I feel like I don't watch porn. The scene was made for nothing, just like when animals are slaughtered. Well, I hear you, brother. Whatever works for you. I'm not trying to tell people what to do. Gilbert, what I've learned this past year is that life is short. Oh, there you go. Good job. To live for anyone. Oh, I agree with that. We must put more time into thyself. Gilbert, 100% agree with you, Moji. Good job, Gilbert. Happy birthday, brother. We love you. Hydration break and thumbs up to Gilbert, guys. Good job. Praise the Lord. John, that's what I'm saying. They do a video in their car, and then they go back inside the mountain. You totally get me. I understand. Now, look, in the very beginning of the journey, well, look, I mean, I was kind of always out there. I mean, to me, I'm the type of person to do it. Like, I lived in my car for 6 months before I uploaded a video about it. Everyone's different, though. And when I was in New Jersey, I had certain places scouted out that I knew where I was going to sleep for the first 6 months. So, you know, did I ever sleep at a family member's property? Yeah. Every night? No. Not even a majority of the time, very slim part of the time. I mean, I've traveled up and down the East Coast. I've done videos from different states and things like that. I've had the cops knock on my door a couple times. I've had a drug addict come up to me in the middle of the night in Georgia. So that's all part of living on the road full time. Doesn't necessarily have, I mean, my experience, freezing in the winter, the game of living in your car has really nothing to do. Well, I don't want to be hurtful. I would just say, just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. I'm going to be positive. James, we're all guests in Sammy's living room. Well, and I'm thankful for you. I'm inviting you in, so I don't want to be disingenuous. And sometimes I have to be, I know I'm very rough because I'm excited. This is like, you know, most time I spend with people all day. But I am inviting you in, so I can't act like you're uninvited guests. And I appreciate people who come in. I appreciate people who leave a comment. I appreciate all the support. So I want to show gratitude. I don't want to try to be like, you guys are doing me a favor. You're not. I mean, it's a blessing to me. But I have to be able to express myself with a certain energy for me, but I'm thankful. We're in Sam's living room. Yeah, bedroom, everything. That's nice of you, Sam. Well, no, I don't want to be disingenuous. Thank you, James. But I am inviting you in. And if you guys didn't come in, then I would basically shut down my channel. I mean, if I uploaded videos every day and no one viewed it, I would shut it down. What's the sense? So it's a two-way street. Every good relationship is a two-way street. And again, I can understand why some people say, look, this guy's not for me. At the end of the day, do I want to hear a guy barking in his phone? Some people don't. And I understand that, but I got to be me. And so, apathy. My aunt almost made it to 90. I remember when she was 89, I said, I hope you live till 110. Now, let's see what apathy got to say. And she got very serious and said, no, yes, apathy knows real life. I don't want that at all. Damn it, apathy. Good job. Yeah, apathy been through the real life. Good job, Queen. Yes, thank you, Sam, for the invite. No, I appreciate that. Thank you, Queen. Apathy. So true, Gilbert. James, I'll be 90 in 63 years. So you got a lot of free porn to watch, brother. By then, we're going to have robots. Apathy. Thanks for the invite, Sam. Thank you for coming. Apathy. You're young, James. So you're very young. I actually wouldn't want to be that young. I remember dating a girl. She said, Sam, would you want to go back to being 21 years old again? I said, no, I don't want to go backwards in life. I don't want to live more of this life. If you live a full life, going around once is enough. Got to get a little lucky. Certainly, you know, some people are dealt hard hands. But I don't believe that I would never want to like rewind time as far as like adding time to my lifespan. As far as like, I remember when I lost weight, I remember people saying to me, Sam, you just added 10 years to your life. And I didn't look at them like, yes. I was like, oh shit, did I want to do that? Like, I wanted to be healthy, and I was very thankful to get healthy. Very thankful. Because when you're in pain, you want to be healthy. But I don't want to, when I felt like I was close to death, when I had nerve damage, I didn't want to die. I was scared to die as far as like the transition of pain and the unknown. Even when you have faith, you don't know what's on the other side. It's faith. And so certainly you're thankful for life in that moment, in that sense, right? But certainly a non-pain, non-conscious transition to the next world. I mean, you almost, I mean, life, there's something special about life. I mean, I try to make the most of my life. I mean, my life reflects that. But all I can say is, look, if I want to summarize it all by saying, look, if you live a full life, one lifespan is enough in this world. What's the average lifespan for a human? About 80 years old. Not 120. The average, there's exceptions. The average lifespan is about 80. So how old are you now? How much more time you got left on average? Good job. James, thanks, Apathy. I'm 26. Oh, James, you young, man. Apathy, wow. Enjoy your youth, John. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Apathy, Jane. Apathy is 30, still young. Apathy is 30, still young. James, thank you. Two frozen to go. Hey, Sam. Hey, two froze. Good to see you. Apathy. Yes, I think it is, James. It's downhill after 40. Well, yeah. 40 is the midway point in your life. After that, your body starts to degenerate. Your cells stop reproducing. Your physical body starts to decay. Your mental starts to decay. Like, I remember when my dog got old, and kind of like me, like, and I'll cut my beard soon. I know, like Lagnar said, Sam, I'm going to cut the beard, but when I'm going to do it, I mean, come on, I love you. But when my dog got old, she started getting gray in her face, like I get gray in my beard, right? And after being in the house for a while, I could tell she wanted to go for a drive in the car. She wanted to go for a walk because she would get restless. And then I would take her out for a walk, and she would get like up to the sidewalk, but then she'd stop and she'd look back and she'd want to go back in the house. Her mind wanted to do it, but her body couldn't do it anymore. Like when I said, all right, Desi, we're going to go outside. We're going to go outside. Like she would look like she was able to do it. And she wanted to, like she had her youth again. Like, because in her mind she thought, but then her body just couldn't do it. And as I get older, at 38 going on 39, I walk every night. Do I feel the difference in my legs at 38 versus 33? Yes. I feel my body starting to deteriorate. And I know I'm young. I'm midway through my life, but I feel it. And as you go over 40, that gets rapidly, you go downhill. And that's why I tell you, look, don't be irresponsible. Don't be irresponsible. But if you have something you want to do, you have to start doing it. I mean, what are you waiting for? Real estate's all-time high, stock market's all-time high, and people still sitting on their hands. Will the stock market keep going up? All that can keep going up. But at some point, what are you doing with your life? You don't get back your time. I'm not preaching quit your job. I didn't quit my job. But I'm preaching that you got to start making action decisions. Because the last part of your life may be spent someone else taking care of you. What's the number one thing we all want? Our independence. Sometimes people ask me, Sam, what's your only other dream? I honestly tell you guys, at this point in my life, I'm living where I want to live. I'm living how I want to live. My only other dream is to be financially independent. Independent. Independence is at the core of all joy. Physically, financially, emotionally, every way, we want to be independent. Destiny's Child did a whole song about it. Independent woman. Independence, when you lose it, and when you have a caretaker, you don't have joy for life. I don't care how much you love God. I don't care how much you love people. And I love God. I love people. I mean, I need my time alone. But I'm trying to make the point here of how precious time is of the essence, and how life starts to get a lower quality when you have caretakers. Can you still enjoy life? Are there people watching me right now with caretakers? Yeah, you can still enjoy. But, you know, you just gotta be mindful. So, two froze, thank you. Apathy. Oh, yeah, I read that. I'm sorry. James, okay, thanks. Gilbert, you have made me realize that we have to make ourselves, smiley face, happy because no one else will. Yeah, that's true. And you do not have to please anyone but you. That's true. If you're not hurting anyone, just do you. I always think of that Instagram quote. If you're not planning your life, be careful because someone else will. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. You think Bob Wells got something magical planned for you in the RTR? He's going to sell you a signed book. Okay. In the rain, in the desert, with a bunch of old people too thinking they're going to relive their youth. It's over. It ain't Woodstock, baby. But is it wrong to do it? No, it's not wrong to do it. I shouldn't judge it. But in my mind, I look at life, I look at all those things going on, and I think about these things. I mean, I'm just expressing. I'm not saying my way is the right way for everyone. It's not. Your way is the right way for you as long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone. And you got to be very mindful to live that life, Queen. Hello, Two Frozen Ago. Two Froze. Hey, Queen. A lot of hearts. Good job. Terry. Oh, interesting. Let's read this. I have a 92-year-old friend that can't wait. Guys, man, I pray that you watch this replay. This is a powerful night, man. Powerful night. And I don't want it to be sad. But, like, how do I pick these topics, man? These are some real things in life that you have to be conscious of. And these are people sharing their real life. That's why I do thank God for you guys. Because these stories, and you guys shared a lot of stuff I didn't know tonight. We've heard a couple testimonies. Let's listen to Terry here, guys. All right? Terry says, I have a 92-year-old friend that can't wait to pass on and see his wife and children. My grandfather, I think he passed away on my mother's side, 85 or 88, something in that range, right? And my grandmother, his wife, passed away a couple years before him. Maybe she passed away at 83 or something. And I'm giving rough numbers. But I remember after his wife died, and then, like, the last of his pets died. And I said, Grandpa, you going to get more pets? He said, no, I'm not getting any more pets. He was just done with life. He goes, I don't have the strength to take care of animals anymore. I love them. I don't have the strength to take care of anyone anymore. He was done with life. At 85, whatever he was done with life. What are you going to do? I mean, now, his hands were shaking, and he couldn't use tools anymore. Now, he was an old school guy. You know, he was a janitor. My grandfather was a janitor. I mean, they came over here to migrate. He started from the bottom. And for him, the only excitement in his later years of life was he liked to use his hands, like, you know, to build stuff or whatever, putz around his house. His wife died. His pets died. His kids were having their issues. And he could barely hold anything without shaking his hands. Did he have a caretaker? My aunt, no, was she my aunt? I guess she was considered my aunt. What a fucking bitch she was. My father's sister, total disaster. I hate to say that, but it's true. My father's sister took care of him. Now, would I want her as my caretaker? Hell no. Huh. Hell to the no, okay? Get me a robot quick, or I'll die in the woods. I hate to say it. All right, I'm getting upset. But what I'm trying to tell you is he lost the will to live. And his resentful daughter was taking care of him. And how'd it go when he died? Total fight for every bit of equity in that house and everything that was left. My aunt and my father, that was my father's sister, they fought fucking, they never speak to each other after that. How does it all end? This is how it ends, guys. And for all the people say, oh, it doesn't end like that. All right. Then you ask them how their parents died. You know, like I said, like sometimes like my mom would imagine things better than what it was. I said, Ma, how was it when your father died? Didn't you fight like cats and dogs with your sisters? And didn't someone else take care of your father? Yeah. So there's a way people like to look at life, but there's a reality. And we're hearing it tonight. And now stay positive, though. I know it's getting a little negative. Stay positive. All right, hydration break. I love you guys. Like, good job. What a disaster. Vicky, my husband coworker, here another one, is 73. He is in Royal Mail Carrier. Okay. He needs to retire and watch porn. Oh, definitely. At 73, he's only got another good 10 years left of his life. I'm going to upload a video tomorrow, guys. It's going to change your life. Look, at 73, if you're not going to cash in your chips and live your dream, you're done. But this is what I've learned too, though. Like, I'm a man of leisure. I know how to take, I can take my own time. I can enjoy life. There's some people, they need something to do. They need someone else to tell them what to do. They want to work till they die because they don't have a creative mind where they can do other things on their own. So I respect that some people, they're going to die at their job because without their job, they're not happy. Now, do I want to be a rural mail carrier when I'm 73? Hell no. I want to be financially independent as soon as possible so I could just, do videos, watch porn. Is that exciting? That's exciting to me. Now, do I want to be a mail carrier? No, I don't. John, thumbs up. Good job. Thumbs up. Sam, go to Verato Beach, Cuba. No, I'm not leaving Florida, but I love you. For vacation, nope. If you want to meet a lot of beautiful chicas, a lot of beautiful women down here in Florida, do I want to meet them? No, there was a hot girl I just saw at Starbucks with nice yoga pants. Nice apple bottom. And what did I do? I looked for a minute. I looked back down. Why? Because I don't want to get caught in that drama. A lot of drama, brother. Don't matter if they're in Cuba or in Florida. I don't want drama. I want to be by myself. I certainly don't want her taking care of me when she's 80 and I'm 90 and she resents me and she's talking to her friends in Starbucks that she got to go home and change my diapers. Nope. They all want American or Canadian sugar daddy. Well, that's not me. I want a sugar mama to escape Cuba. Well, I want to escape my job. I want to be financially independent. What about me? Come on. A lot of Canadians go, no, I'm not buying that. I love you, Joseph. I'm not going there. James, wow. In 5.5 years, I'll be 32. Yeah, you still got a long year. Now, would I want to trade places with you? No, I don't want to go backwards. I want to finish this up, go positive. Good job. 2 pros. I love you, James. Enjoy, James. Yeah, enjoy. James, thanks. Live and let live. She's a caretaker. We love her. She's going to figure out her life. She's going to get a tiny home in Virginia and live very happily after. Hey, Sam, hand wave emoji. Happy birthday, Gilbert. You got a birthday cake emoji and celebration, present, and Gilbert. Good job. Live and let live. Do you have any stories? She's a full-time caretaker. I believe she's a nurse. So is Teresa if she's in here. Peppa Pig. Do you have any stories you can share with us about caretaking? I would love to hear from someone who actually does it full-time. I think you can teach us something. 2 pros. At 32, and Sarah, if you watch this replay, please leave a comment. I know you're a nurse too. At 32, I feel I lived a full life. I do too. Now I feel like I'm sticking around for the kids' life. I can understand that. I can. Good comment, Queen. Hello, Live and Let Live. Yeah, it's exciting. Everyone's here tonight. Good job. Well, we got a lot of people. Gilbert, thank you, Liv. Michael, Espanol. No Espanol. So we could do that. I know how to speak block. 2 froze. Hey, Mike. Gina. When I was younger, my biggest dreams and my biggest dreams to be in series of relationships. Now that I'm 33 years old, I thank God it didn't happen. I was the same way. I love to be alone. I feel the same way. Good job. Good comment. Hello, Queen. Yeah, Liv, don't even tell me what that guy said. How are you doing, dear? How is the baby doing, doll? Yeah, she got a new baby doll. Now she got a walkie-talkie. She got a baby doll and a walkie-talkie. It's getting wild over there. Milano. Sammy, don't worry, be happy. Milano left a good comment on my, good job, Milano. Good job. I really got inspired by Milano's comment he left on one of the videos I uploaded today. Very inspirational. He said, Sam, we have to learn to trust ourselves again after we fail and continue to hope and dream. I'm paraphrasing, but Milano, very smart brother, very good guy, good sense of humor. He said, Sam, after we fail, we have to learn to trust ourselves again eventually. We have to learn to revitalize our dreams and our hopes again. We have to be able to hope and dream again. And Milano, great comment, brother. I read that. Queen, I'm doing okay. My baby dolls are doing okay. Yeah, tell them about the walkie-talkie. 2 froze. I remember my great-grandmother. She used to beg Saint Maria. Oh, okay, that was Catholic probably. Okay. To take her away all the time. Yeah. It was heartbreaking. I can understand. I don't mean to laugh. I understand. His husband had been gone for 7 years. I can understand. And she never got over it. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate you guys sharing that. Now, that's a good comment. Thank you, Joseph. This past week, 3 people I know died. Oh, Joseph, you got to get out of there. My best friend's father was 94. Well, he lived a full life. My daughter's there, 91. Well, she lived a full life too. My garage tenant, 59. He's a little bit below average. Last week, yeah. Brother, liquidate. Good job. Two frozen and goes. Usually comes in 3s. I was thinking about that, but I try not to say that because not always. Good job. Live. This way sound morbid. That's okay. But I rather die of cancer than old age. My truth. And then the cat emoji. Well, that does sound a little bit wild. Why? I'd rather die in my sleep. Why wouldn't you want to die in your sleep young? Like, not like of cancer, but like in your sleep. But I understand what you're saying. You want to die in your tiny home in sleep after a tall guy with a nice ass comes repaired. He's going to build your home for free. Like, you're going to meet him like the Notebook guy. He's going to build your house, make it all magical. You're going to become financially independent because a doctor's going to leave all his inheritance to you because he's going to say you're the best nurse he ever worked with. You get left his inheritance. This tall guy that you meet in the woods, he builds your house. You have fun with him for a little while. Then he passes away. And then you live a great life. And then you eventually pass away in your sleep before you get too old. Now, see, that's how you got to articulate your life. Hand clap emoji. Good job. That's better than the other way. Good job. Joseph. I hate going to funerals. Yeah, I don't go. I tell people I ain't going. And January's misery. I ain't going to funerals. I won't even do a live feed. I won't even virtually go. I'm not going. I'm sorry. Just cremate me and throw my ashes in the Atlantic Ocean. Gina, my 89-year-old grandmother is always saying to me that she wants to die and she had enough. I understand. I'm trying to spend some time with her. Well, that's a good job. Every week, good job. So she won't be alone at home with her thoughts. Now, that's a good comment. And that's what older people need. They need your time. They need you to talk to them and let them share. I agree with that. Guys, this isn't me making up. These are real people coming here to tell you their real life. Powerful night tonight, guys. Joseph? Time emoji. Oh, yeah, a couple of time. Our clocks are ticking. Joseph, we all have a terminal illness as far as like our bodies are decaying. And brother, 100% agree emoji with you. Urgency, guys. Good job, Joseph. Data Geek. Good evening, all. Love the topic, Data Geek. You already know. Now, Data Geek can bust down some testimony tonight. Now, Data Geek, if you want to share, I know you shared some in the past. She understands what it is to be a caretaker and then go through that whole experience. And again, it's not to be negative. It's just to address something in life and to make you feel not guilty, to make you feel not alone, to make you know that we're all human and we don't want to dwell on the negative, but we want to remove guilt. And we want to be conscious of this life observation. Well, Sam, you should switch to Nutter Butter for your treat. So good. I don't want to get addicted to anything. I don't really know too much about Nutter Butter. I'm not mad at you, Joseph, at Live and Let Live. Hey, welcome back. I love nurses. Joseph, be careful. I understand. Terry, my mom once told me that the first part of life to 50 years old was my mom once told me that the first part of life to 50 years old was an eternity. Okay. From 50 to the 80s was a blink of an eye. Oh, yeah, it goes faster at the end. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. Live and let live. Well, if I had to choose between the two, yeah, well, I gave you a better option. No, I gave you a better option. Though. I understand. Two frozen. I go laughing. It's good to laugh, guys. Sense of humor. You live a little longer. I don't know how long. I don't know if you should laugh too much because I don't want you to live too long. I just love Sammy's my own guy. Queen, Butter's cookies. Queen, love and respect. If you got a comment, you better get it in. Because you know me, I don't extend the conversation. All right. Am I going to extend this live chat? No. Am I going to try to extend my life? Well, I don't want to die prematurely. But at some point, you say, damn. Two frozen and go. We love you too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for the support. And thank you for watching. Data Geek. Here's her testimony. Oh, Apathy 2 said, excellent conversation. Thank you, Apathy, for adding. Apathy, you added. I didn't know a lot of things you said, so thank you. Data Geek. I work full-time, and this is powerful, guys. I work full-time, raise my autistic niece. We're talking about caretaking here. I also take care of my folks who are 75 now, very close to life expectancy. Mom has COPD, but her spirits are so positive. Well, that's a blessing. And I am all about my family. I'm not mad at that. Do you see how everyone has a different life experience? But do you see that you're not alone? As far as everyone's going through something. And I think that helps in life to know that you're not alone and everyone has something they're dealing with. But still having positive attitude, still having hope, like my man Milano would say. So good job, Becky. Terry, great night. Well, Terry, thank you, brother. Good job. Liz, Sam, I work as operations coordinator in postpartum unit and licensed insurance agent. Well, that's close enough. You're still going to get a wealthy doctor to leave you inheritance. I'm trying to negotiate for you. I'm negotiating a trade deal for you. I love you. I didn't know that. I didn't know you worked as an operations coordinator in a postpartum. Oh, so that's like people who get depression after they have a kid. I believe that's what postpartum is, right? And then as a licensed insurance agent. That's interesting. We got people do a lot of different things. I didn't know that. Thank you, Liz. Gina, good night. Sammy is done. Oh, that's a night emoji. Like Sammy, good night, everyone. We love you, Gina. Liv, I am not a nurse. Left myself. Well, I'm negotiating a deal for you. I don't want you to die of cancer. I want you to get a nice doctor, leave your inheritance. But now I know you're an insurance agent. We'll figure something out. I love you. Ooh, Sam, you should upgrade cell phone data. You're lagging. Am I lagging? Well, I'm not even using my cell phone. I'm using Starbucks Wi-Fi. So I can't upgrade that. If I use my regular phone service, you wouldn't get any video. But thank you for telling me. Queen, good night, Sammy and everyone. Queen, we love you. Walkie-talkie in. Somebody give me a walkie-talkie emoji. Apathy. So amazing to give you a powerful story. You never regret what you're doing for them. No, I mean, look, I agree with that. I mean, it's all love, Joseph. Sam, you're my bro. You're my bro, too. I hope I didn't make the girl upset. I'm very motivated to go forward. Yes, that's what I want for everyone. I want everyone to go forward. Tell the other girl that I love her, too. I hope she didn't, unsubscribe. Just remember, the real estate commission is negotiable, guys. Believe me, very negotiable. Good job. I love you. Apathy, you're a great virtual company. I feel the same way. And we're non-committal. Yes, I love that. Robert, what's up, dude, again? Hey, what's up, Robert? Apathy, you didn't lag. Yes, it's his Wi-Fi, not mine. Yes, thank you. Daddy Geek, it's hard now because I have 3 buggling discs in my upper spine, as well as 2 in my lower back, degenerative disc disease, and arthritis in my spine. But I refuse to complain because so many have it worse. Do you guys read that? I respect and love Daddy Geek. And I do want to say, it reminds me of my mom. I know my mom's in a lot of pain. But she's type of woman, to suffer in silence. But I don't want to say to suffer in silence. But I know Daddy Geek gets life just like my mom gets life. They're conscious of not putting a burden on other people and trying to stay positive because they realize it's better to stay positive than negative. So I'm trying to verbally articulate how I connect with that comment, how I relate it to my mom, and how I look at my own life. When I'm really sick, I crawl up in a ball. I try not to be a burden anyway. I just be by myself. I mean, but that's obviously way past just a common cold and stuff like that. But I connect with that mindset. A lot of people sometimes in this channel, I often say, if you want to live a good life, you have to connect with people that have a similar mindset. And I think that is love to you. That's all I can say. Good job. Liv. Joseph, thanks for the love. Laughing good. Gilbert, thank you, Sammy. Happy birthday, brother. Gilbert, happy birthday, man. We love you. You've been here for a long time, man. I remember you from a long time with this channel. And I know you've never complained. Gilbert, that's another thing, on the similar Data Geek type vibe. I know you got your own issues in life. And brother, you never really came in here on some complaining stuff. And I know sometimes I say wild stuff. I'm sure you don't agree with everything. But and I know you took care of your mother too. I remember you telling me that you were a caretaker to your mother. And then she, and I know there was a lot of contention with your sisters and stuff. But Gilbert, you know what my prayer is for you, brother, is that, you're able to live some of your latter years here in health and doing what you want to do in life. Whether or not you ever do the barbershop thing with the school bus, that's going to be up to you. But I just hope you do something for your, for your hopes and your dreams. Some step forward. Now, if you don't, like I said, no matter what you do, if you stay exactly where you are, I still got love for you because I vibe with your mindset. You've been very positive, and you never really complain, and that matters to me, and that should be acknowledged. And those type of people should be celebrated. And we love you. Okay, happy birthday, brother, Daddy Geek. I am a huge kid at heart. Well, I give you a lot of credit. Laughing. I mean, sometimes I always felt like an old man at heart. And so like, I could feel a lot of young energy from you and that you've dealt with a lot and you're still passionate. You still, I give you a lot of credit. That's a gift. That's a gift. Apathy. Sorry to hear that, Daddy. Guess you've been through some stuff. You can just do the best you can. That's the best answer I've ever heard. Yeah, I think that's true. Joseph. Sam, my nephew is autistic. I help him a lot. Take care of him for my sister. See, now that's another good comment. Vicky left a great testimony about taking care of her son. And see, now that's why you guys got to share. Because see, you guys are all going to get strength from one another. You're not alone. And Joseph, I knew Joseph, you know, with his daughter. Now his daughter's got this kid with autism. And he knows what it is. You know, that, you know, you need community and you need help and you need social services. You need social services. And I think there should be more, man. I mean, that's not easy. Thank you for sharing that, brother. Joseph, thank you, man. And Vicky, Vicky's still here. Good. Daddy Geek, my son is autistic. Yes. Vicky, thank you for sharing. I love you. Now, I know I probably got you upset about Weight Watchers. I'm sorry. I love you, Vicky. Don't be upset with me. I love you. Thank you for sharing. Apathy. Daddy Geek, you sound like a warrior. She is. Like an ultimate warrior, like my favorite hero growing up. She does. Apathy. People have many similar struggles. Yes. In life, period. And that's why I do like this channel for that reason of you connect with people who you're not alone. Good job. Milano. Sammy, my good friend Emilio, I know him, is a respiratory therapist. I didn't know that. In a nursing home, but he do not like his job. Well, I can understand that. It's tough when you don't like your job. That's why I wish I was financially independent. I mean, I like my job, but I like my free time. I like doing this. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I understand that. I know. Thank you for sharing, Milano. Apathy. Hang in there, Gilbert. Yep. You as well, Daddy Geek. Yep. Daniel. Checked into hotel tonight. There's nothing wrong with that. Just to get a break from my car. Regretting it. Well, I understand that, Daniel, but there's nothing wrong with that. You're going through an evolution. And there was plenty of times in the beginning of my journey, I never went to a hotel per se, but I did stop at my mom's house on occasion. So, like I said, there's no rules. And, you know, sometimes there's no rules. And like I say, if it doesn't work out long term, there's no shame in changing your mind in life. Don't ever pigeonhole yourself into a corner where you can't evolve your mind. But you know, sometimes in life it's good to do something and say, you know what? Well, I'm glad I don't like this. I won't do this again. So if you don't like that hotel experience, you're not going to do it again. That's all. That's all, and that's okay. But thank you for sharing because that's part of the real life part of this journey. Good job. Data Geek. Thanks, Apathy. I refuse to pander or complain. Very powerful. And this is the first time I've shared that it's healing. It's healing when you share all that, but I want others to know, yeah, you're not alone. And you can do whatever you want. Powerful. And if you put your mind to it, I agree with very powerful testimony. Palm tree, thumbs up, girl dancing, kiss emoji, two muscles, and hand claps. Data Geek. And all you guys sharing, very powerful tonight. Joseph, Vicky, Minnesota, Florida. My nephew is the same. Yeah, we just said him, but is a great kid, always smiling. That's powerful, man. Milano, he only works part-time. Well, I ain't mad at that. A part-time, see, at least what part-time work is that you don't burn yourself out. Now, you're not going to get as much pay, and you may not get benefits. I was talking to a person at Starbucks. How long do you have to work at Starbucks to get benefits? You have to work 20 hours a week, minimum. How many hours do you have to work per week at Trader Joe's? 30 hours per week. So you can work part-time and still get health care. You got to work a certain amount of hours, but you're not going to get that much money. Vicky. Joseph, my son always smiles too. Daddy Geek, awesome, Vicky. You are a blessing to your family. No, it is. I will want her to get paid more money. We're going to pay billions of dollars for a wall. Give Vicky and her family some more money. And let it be in Florida. We got to get Vicky down in Florida, man. Apathy. I believe that's true, Daddy Geek. Yep. Live and let live. My caretaking experience was a 10-year stretch with my late husband. I didn't know that died of leukemia. Another powerful testimony. I became a widow at the age of 30. No, I do now remember you sharing that, I think, a little bit, but not to that extent. I didn't know that. I didn't know that extent of it. You guys aren't alone, man. You guys been through some stuff, man. Liv, thank you for sharing. Vicky. No, I don't get upset with anyone. Life is too short. Well, that's smart. Thank you, because I can understand how some people get upset. I don't like Oprah. I like Oprah, but I don't like Weight Watchers. Only because I saw a lot of people get hurt with that. Vicky, thanks, Daddy Geek. Daddy Geek, thanks for your kindness, but I'm not a warrior. Just always try to do the right thing. That's positive. Live my life by paying it forward. She does. Because I am blessed and very grateful. Well, Daddy Geek, I definitely co-sign that. You've been a blessing, and I hope you get blessed 1,000,000 times over. Vicky, sometimes I wish my son would fire me. I can understand that. Just to get a break. Now, I can understand. I appreciate you sharing that. You have to get it off your chest. Vicky, I totally understand. I mean, I feel for you. I'm with you. And I think you got to be able to share that. I mean, like a support group. I mean, you have to, and that's why I told you, I started this whole story with the first time I ever heard about caretaking as an adult was on this like Larry King show. He was interviewing this widow who had been a caretaker for a sick husband. And Larry King asked her how she felt about the last years of her husband's life and how she feels now. And she said, look, the last couple of years were horrible because I had to be a caretaker. He was suffering. And I was, it's not easy to be a full-time caretaker. And I was frustrated. And she goes, to be honest with you, when he died, I was relieved. I almost was wishing he would die. And I give her a lot of credit for being honest. A lot of people are not honest. And she goes, not that I wished death on him, but like I needed a relief. It was too much to be a caretaker. And I understand that. I mean, again, not to be morbid or negative. I'm just trying to say that you're not alone. I'm not trying to say do anything bad or anything. I'm just trying to say you're not alone. And you're human. And caretaking is very hard. Very hard. Joseph, it is very hard for my nurse sister. I can understand that. I offer my time, you're a compassionate father, with my autistic nephew to take him out and entertain him. Well, Joseph, I got a lot of respect for you, brother. But Dustin, hey, buddy. Hey, Dustin. Some random. Sure. Okay. Live. Apathy. Thank you, prayer emoji. Love, but would never change the experience. It's challenged my all caps soul. I could totally understand that. Daddy Geek. I feel you, Vicky. Yep, we could feel her on that. But you hang in there. That's good advice. I get that way too. I can understand that. Especially after a long day at work. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's one thing to be a nurse and that's your job and then you go home. It's another thing to work a full-time job and then be a caretaker at night because you have no time for self-care. When you're caring for someone else, you're neglecting your own self-care. And you can only do so much of that before it's no good. And you got to be very careful. Good job. Vicky, my family all live close and no one helps us except our daughter. I can understand that. I mean, let me be honest. I mean, if I was related to you, would I go over there and help? That's not my gift. I probably wouldn't. I'm only saying that because I want to be honest. I could pander. If I knew you, I mean, if you need help once in a while, but I'm not good at that stuff. I'm good with people and good with kids. I don't know how much, but I don't even like people. It's not even because I don't want to help out. It's I don't even want to be around people. That's why I would never be a good caretaker. I'm very compassionate, so I could be a good caretaker. But right now, I'm healthy, I'm young, I could be with people all I want, and I would get a lot out of it. I don't want to be with people. I want to be virtual. So I don't think caretaking is not my gift. Now, again, if someone needed me, I'm not going to leave them destitute. But I'm trying to be honest in me sharing and saying how I feel about life. Vicky, I read that. May West, Brooklyn's in the house. Hey, Sam. The hawk is out. Yeah, I know what that means. I know what that means. The hawk is out. Somebody give me a hawk and then give me a cold cloud blow emoji, because that means when the cold wind cuts through you, that's the up north speak for, yeah, the hawk is out. That's what that means. Oh my God, I know what that means. Total disaster. Love to you, May. Oh my God, it's a disaster. Now, you thought it was bad to RTR. Bob Wells getting rained on. If the hawk is out in Brooklyn, I know it's a disaster. All right, guys, I gave it the best I got. I love you. I appreciate you giving it the best you got, guys. Try to stay positive. Do the best you can. We're all have our own issues in our own way. None of us are perfect. And we just got to take life one day at a time. And Daddy Geek says, I'm in the same situation. But I thank God my sister is helping a little right now. That's a blessing. But she feels that my niece is my child and not her child. I can understand that, which is just crazy. I can understand both perspectives. I mean, like in one sense, like when Vicky was sharing, I was thinking like in my mind, like if I was related to her, if I was her friend with her, I would think, well, that's not my child. I'm not there. I'm not there. Like I remember at one time I was taking care of like my godson, like the father had went overseas. He went like to Afghanistan, and the mother was in the army, and so like they were kind of like one was in the army, one was in a like a defense contractor, and I was looking after the kid, and I'm not really looking after him full time, like only part time on the weekends. Like I would pick him up, like go to church, do something. And after a while, like they expected me to come every weekend. And I love this guy. I love my friend. He was a great friend, one of my best friends. And I love the kid, great kid. But after a while, like I became like resentful in my mind. This ain't my kid. Why? I don't want to have to go there every Sunday. And that's how I felt. So I just want to share that. Milano, Sammy, bundle up, bro. Yeah, in South Florida, I think it's going to be like 55 degrees tonight. It was only 68 degrees today. It's a cold front down in Florida, but we're very thankful. Apathy, have a good night. Prayer emoji and a smile. I love you. That's Dustin. Thumbs up. Thank you. Liv. Good night, Sam. And all blessings, peace, and love. I agree. Thank you. Joseph. This is Encore Chat now, extended. It is just the after-hour spot without the strippers. We're going to get to the strippers after I end this live feed. Good job. Daddy Geek, have a blessed night. Prayer emoji, heart, and then she's waving. Good job. John, yes, good discussion. John, thank you for your support. And thank you last night for Googling that definition. I remember that. I remember that last night. Joseph, I said my 20 minutes ago. I said night. That's okay. This is extended talk. Lives last night, Joseph. Good job. Mel, good to see you, brother. And thank you for coming in earlier. I'm glad you're still listening. I think sometimes people won't listen. Enjoyed listening tonight. Thank you, brother. Good night, Sam. Good night, all. All right, guys. John, no problem. Thank you, brother.